Before you begin cooking, make sure you gather all of your ingredients and you have read your recipe and you have parent permission and supervision. Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the kitchen. We're going to be making a recipe called brown rice pilaf today. And the difference between brown rice and white rice, brown rice is going to take a little bit longer and the outer shell of the rice has not been refined, and so that's one of the main reasons why it takes longer. This is what brown rice looks like right here. So this is going to take a lot longer to cook than your regular white rice would. So as usual, before you start cooking at home, please make sure that you have secured supervision from your parents and permission from your parents before you begin cooking. So we're going to go ahead and get our pan preheated. And again, we're using the induction cooktop. And we're going to use some neutral oil, about 2 tablespoons worth. And this is a pilaf because we are going to brown the rice in using our oil and our stovetop. So now that our oil is heated up, we're going to add our onions. And we're going to cook them until they're translucent. I just added a few grains of salt. Salt will help pull the moisture from out of the onion. And we're just going to do this for 1 to 2 minutes. Now we're ready to add our rice, and we're going to brown our rice even a little bit more. We're just toasting off the grains, like so, like that. And this is what makes it pilaf style, the fact that we're browning and toasting the rice. And we're going to do this for about another 1 to 2 minutes as well. Add a few more grains of salt. This is almost like as if we were making risotto. You would kind of toast the rice up as well. This risotto is an Italian grain. And so now you can see how the rice is browned just a little bit. We want that nice brown nuttiness. We're just going to go just a couple more seconds, and then we're going to add 2.5 cups. We're going to add 2.5 cups of chicken broth. You can use chicken stock as well. Alright, so we're ready to add our chicken stock. Stir it in. Do 1 more pinch of salt, a pinch of black pepper, stir, and we're going to reduce our temperature and we're going to let this cook for 30 to 35 minutes, and then we should have really good rice. So before I do that, I'm going to add my lid and let it simmer. We're going to do a quick check on our rice. Make sure that when you open the lid, you always pull it away from the body. You'll see that the chicken stock has begun to reduce down, and that means the rice is absorbing the liquid. And we're at a nice little slow simmer. And again, we're going to cook this until the liquid is absorbed in the rice. And remember, this rice is going to have a little bit more of a bite than your white rice would have. So we're going to continue to cook. We have about 15 more minutes left. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The liquid has reduced. I'm going to let it go just a little bit longer, but we don't want it to burn. But our rice is pretty much done. This should be a good time for you to take a quick taste to see whether or not if it needs any more liquid. It can go just a little bit longer, so we can add just a little bit more chicken stock to it. And let it cook for about 5 to 10 more minutes. But it does have good flavor. We're gonna add just a little salt. And a little more black pepper. Because again, if you're not seasoning, then your food is just gonna miss out. So there we go. We're gonna let it go about 5 more minutes, and after that it should be ready. So now we have the finished product. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off and allow it to set. And as we know, when we're cooking, it has what's called carryover cooking, and so that's going to carry over cook for a little bit. And while it's doing its little carryover cooking, we can get started on our next dish, which will be in a few seconds. So again, remember, before you start cooking, do it with parent permission and under their supervision. Happy cooking.